guys. So today we're going to be working on the head, swapping that onto the DRZ. Now this is from a parts bike, and what I did is I took it off the parts bike, removed the valves, just cleaned everything up, and now this one, the cam journals are all beautiful, super smooth. That is how the journals should look. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. And this is what we were dealing with last time. Just absolutely junk. If you didn't see that video, I'm gonna link it up in the top right hand corner of the screen. Go check that one out first. That was us just diagnosing what was wrong with this. Basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put the cams in here, and I'm gonna check the valve clearances and make sure they're all good before I put it in. Let's go. Alrighty, so I got my feeler gauges here. I'm starting with a 0.2. I'm doing this in millimeters. I'm gonna work my way up to a 0.3, and if all of them fit in there super easily, then we're gonna keep going up and decide how big of a change we need to make on those shims. .127 was the biggest I could fit in there, and this one was 0.152 millimeters. It's fine if they're different, but at the end we want them to be the same clearance. So 3.10 minus 0.127 equals 2.973, and that is the exact size of shim that we will need. I'm going to round down to the closest one, 2.95, this one right here, and I'm going to use that. The reason I'm rounding down is because we want the clearance to be in between 0.2 millimeter and 0.3, so that will be exact 0.2. And I want it to fall somewhere in between just to play it safe. I'm just going to take this apart, take the cam out, take the buckets out, replace those shims, put everything back together, torque it down in an X pattern at 7 foot-pounds or 84 inch-pounds. Alright, so the clearance of this front one here is absolutely bang on, right in the middle at 0.25 millimeters. This one's too loose, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to a 2.95 in this one. It might be a little bit tighter, but I think it'll still be within spec. So I'm going to do that right now. Alrighty, so that actually worked perfect. They're both exactly the same clearance, 0.25 millimeters, which is right in between kind of the spectrum they're supposed to be on. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to move on to the intake. Mint. Alright, so now the intake is in spec. I did these a tiny bit tighter than I would do the exhaust. The factory specs are between 0.1 and 0.2 millimeters for the intake. So now that that's done, I get to take this off again, and we can start assembling the machine. You want to drain the coolant, drain the oil, remove this bolt at the top of the subframe so you can swing it back. You want to take the carb off, remove all the lines, coolant lines, everything that's attached to the old head. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. Alright, so I feel like I've gotten to a pretty good spot to stop and kind of explain. So removed the entire exhaust, loosened this bolt here, pulled the subframe back a little bit just to give me some more room to get the carb out. Removed the carb, drained the coolant, loosened this bolt here on the bottom of the radiator. Allowed me to pull the radiator that way just to make it easier to remove this. The timing chain is held in with this bolt. These two bolts here came out. These two nuts came out. Cam cap came out. Both cams came out. And that is where we are now. Oh, And I also removed the rad fan to give me some more wiggle room. So next, I'm going to remove the head bolts, and we should be able to slowly maneuver this head out. So everything looks really good. Piston itself looks really good. I mean, there's a lot of soot, so I think it was burning a little bit of oil, but the cylinder looks great. You can still see the cross hatching, which is crazy. This thing has almost 40,000 kilometers on it, and you can still see that cross hatching. Anyway, I put some rags in here just to hold this in place while I swap the cylinder over. So I'm gonna go free up some space on the memory card, and then we're gonna put that piston on. I know I just said cylinder, I meant piston. Anyway, I have 3 seconds left. Goodbye. All right. So we got our piston here. There's just little clips holding in the wrist pin. I'm gonna get those out with a pick, lift the piston off, swap the new one on there. So if you're doing this for a DRZ, the easiest way to explain this is you got your oil control ring down at the bottom, very wavy, sandwiched in between two really skinny guys. You put the wavy one in first, then the two other ones. Then you have this skinny one and a fat one. That's literally the easiest way to explain it. So that's exactly what I copied here. And you want to make sure the opening of every single ring is at least 30 degrees apart. You don't want them to be lined up. Just something to be aware of. Anyway, yeah, let's stick this bad boy in the engine. Pistons in.
My bob and I like me too. No roof on my top and my babe see through.
So I had to change camera just because GoPro was full, but I'll show you what we got done. Torque down the head to 18 foot-pounds, then repeated 33 foot-pounds, and then it's recommended to repeat again to 43 foot-pounds. So that's what I did. It's at top dead center right now. 3 up, 2 up. Awesome. And the radiator is hooked up. All right, as you can see, I'm getting too much done off camera, but it's basically just a reverse at this point of what we did before. I just put the carb back on, lifted the subframe back up, valve covers back on, the breather lines all hooked back up. The exhaust I've started putting back on. I had to sand the end of it with 3000 grit just to like remove some of the soot and crap that was causing it to get stuck before. Anyway, on the list of things to do, that exhaust system needs to go back on, which is what I'm doing now. I need to do the coolant, fill that up, drain the oil, replace the oil filter, fill it with oil, and then I think we're good to try and start it. Oh, throttle cables need to go back on. Anyway, let's put the exhaust on.
Got a Glock and a couple of C's. He think about splitting a couple of wigs. Shot in my DNA, all real nigga. Sweatsuit, all heel figure. And I ain't even got a deal with you. If I ain't never split a bill with you, I got Hennessy and horchata. Baby girl wearing nada. Ass growing from a cider. Bathrobe in his Prada. Fiji water by the cold glass. Granddaddy by the Ziploc. Flex season, I'm road running. I'm staying all on my tip top. Young man with an old mind, so I ain't worried about slight shit. I be up till sunrise. I'm staying out on my night shift. I got a bottle of bourbon, a bundle of honeys. I'm jiggy, I'm flexing a bit. Figured I hit it and quit it. I'm busy, I ain't got the minutes for texting that bitch. Came from the gutter with me and my brother. I'm moving my mother right out of the city.
I really hope you can hear me. We're gonna take this thing for a rip real quick before it gets dark. Gotta jump start it though. All right, let's see if she starts up. No choke. I'm gonna take it easy at first. Let it just warm up. Feels really crisp though. I've been playing around with the carb. This thing sounds so good, man. I want a DRZ now. Fuck, what's that? Will do. Let's give her a rip here. It's warm. resist popping little mini baby wheelies. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. This was a very fun video. This thing rips, and I really want one now. If you want to see videos on these beasts over here, check out the channel. We have KDX videos, YZ videos, and WR250R videos. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.
No roof on my top and my babe see through. Hating on a pen, don't stop, shit ain't go